Whānau, ko Waiau, ko Pat Nathan tōku ingoa, ko Te Aupari ngā te parau Whakatatanui o Kuiwi, mō Rāhui Pōki ka ahau. Kia ora everybody, I'm Pat Nathan. I'm a senior advisor for Te Puni Kōkiri in the Waikato Waiariki region, and I have been storming with Te Puni Kōkiri since 2002 in a number of different roles. I just want to reiterate just something that the Minister said this morning and what is written in our Strategic Intentions document. The role of government is to enable, influence and partner. So I think that's our role as government agencies, is to partner with our whānau, partner with each other to help them realise their aspirations. The turn of whānau, what a wonderful story. Nobody else can tell it better than themselves. That's why Te Puni Kōkiri, we're not singing their song. We are allowing the whānau to bring their story to themselves. There's not much I can add, but just our role as Te Puni Kōkiri out in the regions is to advocate. So we have whānau coming to us for a lot of different kaupapa, but most recently since 2015 and the launch of the Māori Housing Network, it's been all about Papa development, housing. Housing is number one kaupapa on every agency's. I suppose it's all the bane of our mahi at the moment, is housing. The ability to know your whānau sort of locally, that's the benefit, that's the first thing. If you're local, you know your whānau, and you know how far you can push the boundaries to get your foot in that door. And once your foot is in that door, then you listen. Hey, it's all about whakarongo, what do the whānau want to do? And while you're listening, you're thinking about the tools that you have. And again, I like what Irina said this morning. Make sure your tools of advancement are palatable. So that really stuck with me this morning. I thought that's how we all need to look at it as government agencies, public servants. Even our NGOs, mind you, our NGOs are already on that waka. That's the way that they work. So work with whānau to address complex issues, of which the turn of whānau, they've done themselves. We had the relationship back in 2013, 14, but as they grew their own champions. So the whānau became their own champion, which is where Te Puni Kōkiri, as we had our different programs. We had, like Rangi said, that we fund. Unfortunately, that actual planning fund for whānau is gone now. And that's changing government, the shift of whānau ora from Te Puni Kōkiri to the commissioning agencies. So we don't have that. That's kind of a gap at the moment and a challenge for government agencies to see where we can either revive that gap or bring it back. I'll just move forward. So what does this all mean? We're talking about self-managing. Te whakahaere whai o te kaha. So self-managing whānau, that's what we want all our whānau to be. Not all whānau are like the turners and are gonna, just in 7 years, voila, look what we've done. But our role as government agencies and public servants is continue to mahi with whānau. In the Māori Housing Network space, I've got about probably a good 30 whānau that I started working with in 2015, who are now just finishing off their plans and getting to the point of coming to the Māori Housing Network with an application to help them start their papakonga. That's a long journey, and it's a big ask for government agencies, public servants to stay in the role with the whānau. Stay there, just remember them, keep reminding them that you can be that whānau that's leading healthy lives. Stewards of your own environment, and living your dream. And I'm taking quotes from everybody today. So I take Baby's quote over there, Tangi Orders, dream beyond the norm. Dream beyond the norm. So if Whānau are doing it, government agencies can do the same. My final slide, opportunity, innovation and aspiration. So our minister is talking about influence, enable and partner, and then when it comes to our ministry to help deliver that, we're talking opportunity, innovation and aspiration. So that is, you know, my role, although, you know, I don't want to play Te Puni Kōkiri's role down. Yes, we had our role working with this whānau, but this whānau built their capacity and capability, and that's our primary role, is to build the capability and build champions. And then just api the whānau as they're on their journey. There's been a number of programs that the tūna whānau have worked with through Te Puni Kōkiri, our Māori Business and Facilitation Service for their muscle fritter business, Māori Housing Network, and the whānau order program. So I'm very proud to stand here on behalf of Te Puni Kōkiri alongside the tūnas, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to next year. Maybe we'll be back with another whānau. Might be the Ngātana Hira whānau. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Can I just take this opportunity to just share with you that another opportunity has transpired for me and us personally, whereas 3 weeks ago I have become a public servant for Te Puni Kōkiri. That was them opening up an opportunity to work with, and I don't like using the word champion, it's just someone who's navigated and traversed the space already, to come on board as part of their organisation to then navigate others through it. And I think that as organisations, and the hats that you all come with individually, it may be an opportunity to look at some of the people who have traversed spaces to help you in your organisation's journey going forward. I'm really fortunate to be a part of an awesome whānau, Te Puni Kōkiri whānau. You've seen the fruits of what has happened for us. I'm really keen to go and share that with others and help others get on their pathways as well. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you, Pat.
I have another question on that then, sorry. On that, because you said the funding's gone, the initial funding, does this, you clearly think it does exist without that initial funding, right? Because you've done it, so it can be, where is the information? Like, is there information still, does Te Puni Kōkiri promote this as a thing without a fund attached to it? You know, like,
So the whānau plan component is now sits under the Whānau Audit Commission. Right. So part of their navigating is to develop whānau audit plans, which is now sits under the commissioning agencies who are presenting later on this afternoon. Right. One of the things that still has to happen though with the plans is how you navigate integrating through the different government departments, programs and investments to ensure that some of those aspirational stuff is captured. That's kind of like where it's changed from. TPK used to lead the weed funding whānau plans, and which translated into the investment, which translated into the whānau getting to their aspirations. And there were reasons for that happening. So, and that's what's occurred.
And Aroha, I just want to correct myself. The WE plan is the Whānau Integration, Innovation and Engagement, not Employment Fund. So that was the fund that Te Puni Kōkiri administrated quite a few years ago, and now it's with the commissioning agencies. So.
It was right at the beginning when they first started rolling out whānau ora, and when Tariana and them wanted to see if we could go into development, which isn't intervention, but it is getting whānau ready to create an order plan. I just wanted to say a couple of things. So as public servants, or in our role in government departments, I think sometimes we get our policies tell us that they don't fit then to disengage. Eh? And it's well articulated by Rangi, but you know, forming, storming and norming relationships is something that we could learn from. So some of the co-design processes in terms of being government departments is about us discovering new ways to see our policies and to make it not be the barrier, but to create opportunities for us to work through those. Now, I think one of the dilemmas is that the whānau said this isn't just something that happens overnight. Same thing needs to be said to us, that we can't, like, if it doesn't fit, then we don't just set it aside. We have to participate in the co-design of looking at our barrier to disengaging with whānau who are just wanting to know. And so as we as change agents, I remember a long time ago I was told this by somebody really important, Harry Henweta, that we're change agents. And as public servants, as change agents, let's try to discover ways to assist whānau being able to discover their aspirations. You can't help but get inspired when you hear about this whānau. And it kind of like is the way that it ripples out amongst their intergenerational whānau to having a 20-year-old. Hika, my niece who's 30 is kind of, auntie, that'll never happen for me to get a house. That's why I'm going to rent forever in Australia. And so to have rangatahi say that to us means that they see the possibility through their own journey. So, kia ora. I just want to open it up. Any final comments from the whānau? And yeah.
I do. I know that we've talked about government, public servants. I just want to acknowledge the philanthropic organisations in the whare. I think that it's so important to acknowledge that often the philanthropic community pick up where whānau fall through the gaps. And for that I just want to acknowledge your investment into whānau as well. That's all I wanted to add.
My last kōrero is to let you know that I know we would not have been here if we didn't have the whānau planning that we did do. It gave us the opportunity, and we talked in the last workshop about when we had our kōrero, because we got so sick, we had the opportunity to pull our children together and our grandchildren. So it always happened. When we first started our wānanga we had about 6. We sat everybody down, Rangi would present what was going to happen. We made sure we had every voice there and let this lot just wander off. So, and I think that's really, really important. If the whānau doesn't know where they're planning to go, they're going nowhere. You know, the dream might be there, but if they can't figure out how to make that dream a reality by taking small steps to get them to that point, it might not happen. So it's really, really important. Just remember that.
I just want to add to Nana's kōrero, for our generation, the mokoponas, that planning stage actually, whether we were there or not, but it allowed us to realise our opportunities. You know, it allowed us to actually think about what we could do, what we were going to be in. And at the moment, I see that reality becoming my who I'm going to be. My future is going to be looking something that I want. You know, it's actually a possibility. So I give it to my whānau that they actually put me on my path that I'm on right now, which with their support, with their knowledge and guidance, it enabled me to do what I want to do. Yeah.
Kia ora mātua.
Right.
Nau te kōrero pakakapi.
Kia ora. Hoi no, he pakakapi a te ngā tātou whakaharu. Kia koutou katoa, tēngi, tēnā rā koutou ko tatu mai nei te noho, te whakaroho ngā mātou kōrero. Ka reo mōhe me pepe atu e kōrero maka. Engari, putu mai ngā kōrero, taku whānau, taku mokapuna. I tāku ni mea tu kia koutou katoa. A pa whakaaro hia, e ni tu kōrero. O kia tu koutou i o koutou kai, kia kaha. Tu kōrero hei o koutou tamariki ki kopuna. Na ta mea oke, kia pōpō honoke. Nā tātou tamariki ki kopuna. Whakaaro hia, tō rātau kai ngā. Pēni tā mātou nei. Ara taki atu, kia pōhi poi ai, nā tātou tamariki ki kopuna. Mua pō. Kia ora koe rā tātou koutou.
So in the final comments of greatness, it's been wonderful to meet you. We hope that you take home these ideas to your whānau, sit down and discuss it with your mokopuna and your tamariki for them tomorrow. So, nō reira, I rungi tērā huatanga, tēnā koutou, kia ora koutou katoa. It's kai time. So, he wā kai i tēnei wā. Ka pai. Kia ora, mai tāni tātou.